Hey, let's get into let's introduce this guy, man. One a close friend of mine for years, man. In city product of Southwest Missouri of Hillcrest High School.
Talk about it,
man. Yes. Graduated Hillcrest, went to Evangel University, played ball all 4 years there. Let's get some air horns for the fact of they made the tournament every single year he was there. They won the conference championship every single year he was there, and they won the conference tournament his senior year there. Coached at Kickapoo, but also since he's been at Hillcrest, he's won the won the district championship there, and then the very next year got district runner-up. So one of my friends, good friend of mine, coaching at Hillcrest right now. Welcome to the pod.
Come on, man.
Building, y'all.
Stop playing with him.
Appreciate y'all
Turn them up, man. Come on, man. We got Coach Fielding in the building.
Yeah.
Number one podcast in the area. Stop playing with us, man.
Yes.
We in the building. State of Quest podcast.
Yes.
Coach Fielding, appreciate you stopping by. How life
man.
doing, man?
Oh man, it's great right now. Season just started.
Yo.
Got a little one at home.
That's
Yes.
blessings,
He's a
man.
maniac, but man, I love it. So
I hear you.
he's all boy, man. Life is good, man. Can't play. Thankful for everything. Thanks for having me on, boys.
No,
Appreciate you,
course.
man. Y'all are killing it.
Yeah,
so
appreciate you.
Kudos
Thank
to you guys.
First time, that's your first child, right?
Yes, sir.
Talk about that experience. How did that feel for you?
I'd say right now, that's like the biggest thing with coaching that I'm struggling with right now.
I hear you.
You know, I'm at one place, but a lot of times I want to be at the other, and so it's finding that work-life balance, right? So I get home like 5:30, 6 every night. His bedtime's 7:30.
Yeah.
So I only get like an hour and a half. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So that's like the biggest thing I'm struggling with right now, but it's good. I got a great support system. My wife is wonderful. She's killing it with him.
Yes.
I got great grandparents who are helping out as well. So, man, life is great. It really is, truly is.
How do you obviously season that started, had Jamboree last night over at Ozark.
Let's go into it. Yeah.
How do you mentally prepare yourself for what you know is going to be a tough season? And I don't say tough season as in like wins and losses. I mean just especially at the Class 5 level in this area, you a team people gunning for. How do you mentally prepare yourself to be able to not get too high, not get too low?
I think the first thing that I can't do, and this was a mistake I made my first couple years, is I think about the end of the season. Like I think about districts, I think about all that instead of just focusing on each day. And so I think when I focus on each day, each practice, and like that's what I'm focused on, it makes it a lot easier. When you start thinking that big picture early, it can be overwhelming and you can just kind of, fall down or not do what you want to do. But when you focus on that day-to-day stuff, it makes it a lot easier.
I hear you.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
Well, let's go ahead, Steph.
Well, he brought up the Jamboree. I wasn't even gonna jump into it that fast, but let's go ahead. Let's start right there.
Well, I just wanted to ask them too, and I know we was gonna get into the origin story of his life.
But yeah, let's go right. Let's start the Jamboree. Man, since we're here right now, man, tell us how do you think you guys played? Like, is everything that you worked on during the preseason and obviously during the summertime when you have a certain amount of select time with them? Is everything kind of starting to move the way you would want it to? Highs, lows?
Yeah, going into Jamborees, you never really know what you're gonna get. The thing you hope as a coach is that everything you've worked on in practice you do in the Jamboree, and I can say that we did that last night, and so I left feeling a lot better than I did going in.
Okay.
I mean, you can ask the guys, they've hated it, but we've worked on defense for the past 2 weeks. I mean, 2.5, 3 weeks, because that's what we got to do to be successful. And I thought we performed pretty well in spurts. We played two really good teams in Ozark and Kickapoo, and so we were challenged early with, especially with Ozark's size, and the Pickering kid's really good, and then. Boys, I don't know if you know this, Kickapoo's pretty good. So, we got them the second half, and we got to experience them and did some great things against. We did great things against both teams, but we also did some things that we got to address in practice before we play our first game here in 2 weeks.
Yeah, well, I'm excited. I tell Stat all the time. We've been in this basketball community, and you a guy like yourself. Every time we see each other, it's what's up. We feel like family almost. I love what Donnelly said. It's a fraternity,
right?
But I love being able to get to sit down with coaches like yourself and get to know more about your origin story, how you got to where you are today.
Yeah.
So walk us through that. How did Jordan Fielder get to where he is today?
I always tell people, man, I did not want to be a coach growing up,
Really?
which is crazy to think about because I love it now.
Yeah.
Well, it starts with my parents. My mom was a longtime volleyball coach at Hillcrest.
Okay.
And I kind of saw some of the things that she had to deal with. I didn't necessarily know if that's something that I want to do. My dad wanted to coach as well, but it just didn't work out for him. So growing up, I saw all the stuff she struggled with and all the stuff she didn't like and the stuff she did like, and I just didn't know if I wanted that. So going into college, went to Evangel. I think my first major was like business or something.
I got you.
But the more I was at Evangel, the more I realized the gifts that God gave me led more towards teaching and coaching. And so I switched my major, got into teaching and coaching. Dick Rippey gave me my first opportunity, like he did a lot of people, over at Kickapoo. I think it was 2013, 2014 was my first year. My very first game, we played Blue Valley Northwest.
Wow.
And we got our brains beat in. And I remember going home and questioning if I knew how to coach. I did. I was an assistant, and I was in charge of defense. I didn't put like 100 points on us, so it was bad. But I bounced back from that. Coach Rippey really pushed me to get out of my comfort zone because I was real quiet at first, just like any new coach is. But I was at Kickapoo for 6 years, and then I was assistant at Hillcrest for 1, and then I've been the head coach for now. This is my 7th year.
Wow.
Yeah, time flies. I've been teaching and coaching 13 years.
Wow.
Crazy,
That's
man.
a blessing.
I mean, I'm very blessed. I'm at home because I went to Hillcrest. I tell everyone, I tell my kids all the time, like, there's no stepping stone for me. Like, this is where I want to be at. And so, like,
I remember you saying that to me.
Yeah, it's my
then.
mountaintop, man. Just to kind of be transparent and everything. Like, I got real emotional on my interview because it was something I wanted so bad at Hillcrest. So, so I'm very blessed to be where I'm at. I'm at home. My whole family lives in North Springfield, and so
hometown.
Like, it's a great place to be. Place to be.
Let me ask you this: can you give me maybe one thing you learned from? Because I feel as if you've been a part of like some great staff. Like you've been around some great coaches. So like obviously you have Rippey, then you were with Joel. Obviously you were around Mitch, JD, Jamie Donnelly. Shout out to every single one of you guys, man. What was it like being in like just the room with those minds? Like what did you learn from being with all that? Because some great coaches.
At that point, like, and I think Coach Donnelly talked about it on the podcast. There was a time it was like me, Adam Carpenter, who was head coach at Marshfield for a little bit, Mike Linehan, who was head coach at Branson. You had Rip, you had, like, at one point, like, all of us were together then. But it was just so, we were all kind of around the same age and had a lot of basketball experience, just bouncing ideas off each other. Like, it was just a blessing. It really helped shape me into kind of what I am today.
Yeah.
Wow, that's good.
And one thing I'll say about Coach Rippey is, like, he did a great job of delegating. And so, like, he made me feel worthwhile. Like, I wasn't just sitting there.
That's real.
Just yelling stuff out. Like, he made me feel worthwhile, and that's something I brought into my coaching as well with my assistants.
Amen.
I want to hear more about playing days, Jordan Fielder.
Yeah.
How were you? Like, high level guy? I know you went to Evangel, but like, were you a big time guy in this area? Like, how was that?
Well, I think I was the original free throw merchant.
Okay.
In high school, like, at least my senior year, boy, I tell you what, we were playing Willard, I think, at Willard. I think I had like 4 points in the first half, then I had 19 free throws in the second half. So, I was flailing all over the place. Anyway, no, I didn't play varsity till my junior year.
Okay.
And we had 3 coaches in 4 years. Ended my career with John Schaefer. Nice. And so that was his first job, like, high level as far as like class size. Yeah. And we put the matchup in, and I was on the back of it, which I don't know if you guys are familiar. That's the hardest place to be because you gotta go side to side, then you gotta communicate, then you gotta rebound. So he usually puts some of his best rebounders, hardest workers on that back of the zone, and I was lucky enough to be there, and we won 18 games my senior year.
Wow.
Yeah.
We ended up losing to Waynesville.
Really?
So that was like LJ Ford, Chris Rebuck. Like, they had some dudes on that squad. But we lost second round to them. And then at Evangel, I was not good enough to play till probably my junior year. So I had to work really hard to get any type of minutes that
had a loaded
I
roster
got.
too,
we
though.
did. And
I
I came on late. Like, I didn't realize how hard I had to work until my junior and senior year. And finally I got some minutes, and I felt like I was a big contributor to our success. Those last 2 years, you find out that basketball is not your identity pretty quick when you don't play. Your identity's and you're something else. So I had a great experience at Hillcrest and at Evangel, and I think I was pretty successful as well. I wasn't always the strongest, wasn't always the fastest, but You know, I was kind of the energy guy. I was a
Yeah.
good teammate. You know, I could shoot a little bit.
I say this. I watched you play. You're being modest a bit. Listen,
No.
I've been around him and I played with him in tournaments
You're
and
talking
watched
about
him
us
play.
in church league, though.
In her church league, but even then, when you're even at Evangel, because I remember when JJ got there, like, you're downplaying your basketball IQ in the aspect of, like, when y'all played in emotion, you knew when to cut,
Yeah.
you knew when to set a screen, you
Yeah.
knew when to slip. Like,
Yeah.
he has a great basketball mind. Like,
Jay
he
Fielder
knew
had it, huh?
Yes, he knew how to pass the
Oh,
ball.
that's
He knew
like
how to
that, so.
read.
Hey,
the
we
defense.
had
Yes.
this church league play with me and Stan. You remember? It used
Every
to be
play.
off the tip. We used to alley-oop back when Stan could dunk.
Oh.
But it was off the tip. I get on when sunset and I throw it and you dunk it on. We did like every other play.
Every to
Yeah.
start off the game. That's why I said, like, hit the way he sees the game. There a reason you can tell. Like, even back then, like when we were running motion, and we were playing basketball. You could tell back then he had a basketball mind. Like, he knew where to put people
Yeah.
where they can be at. So that's why I'm like, he's downplaying a little bit, but just let's speak to that. Like, do you think that was one of the reasons why you excel as far as like putting players where they need to be on the court in basketball? Your knowledge of the motion and knowing where people needed to be.
Yeah, I definitely like the game kind of slows down for me when it comes to motion stuff, and I can see stuff develop before it happens. But yeah, I would think my basketball IQ when I was a player really has helped me as a coach.
Amen to that. Yes.
That's real. Well, let's go ahead and get into this year a little bit.
Yeah.
I think this year you have a unique squad. I think you have a very talented young man. I think he's in pretty much everybody's top 5.
Yeah.
And my boy Kyrese over there. Excuse me. It's a little bit mixed with older guys and some younger guys. Mm-hmm. What's some of the things you telling them to get this team ready to go for this year?
Well, I say it's always good when your 2 or 3 best players are your hardest workers.
Really?
And you know we keep track of stuff in our locker room. We call it the buzzboard.
Okay.
And basically all it tracks is effort plays,
Yeah.
taking charges, getting on the floor.
I like it. Yes.
Assists, blocks, steals, and Javen Jones and Kyrie Simpson are 1-2 every week.
Really?
And so when those 2 are your hardest workers, or when your best players are your hardest workers, it makes it easy.
Mm-hmm.
But I know we're young. We really are. Like
Yeah.
we have a great group of older guys, and we have some young guys who are going to be in the mix for sure, who have some talent. And so it'll be an interesting year for us. I think that we might surprise some people at the start. But I also think our youth might show at the start.
Really?
You know, because you never know what you're going to get with 14, 15-year-old kids. You know, sometimes like, oh, yeah, like we're ready to go. And other times it's like, come on, man, we got to pick it up a little bit. But when your leaders, when your best players are your hardest workers, it makes it a lot easier.
Yeah. I want to talk about a stretch y'all got this year.
Okay.
And I always try to look at schedules, and I try to look at tough stretches.
Yeah.
To me, this is going to be a tough stretch. 12-12, you got Willard. 12-16, you got at Ozark. 12-19, you got at Parkview. 12-22, you got at Glendale. And then at the round of that, you got 1-2 at Kickapoo.
I think that's just bad scheduling. I think that's just bad scheduling, to be honest.
And then I'm not going to lie, then you still got to go to Forsyth on the 6th after Kickapoo. I don't see that that's not an easy matchup either.
No, to be honest with you, this season's like there's no like easy game, and
Yeah.
like it's just because we start in the Arvest 3 games, and we have Sunday off, then we play Matt County on Monday, and then we go Willard, and then we just go down that stretch. But like I tell everyone, we could schedule some easier people probably, but I don't think that helps us in the long run. Just to be honest with you, I mean it might make my overall record a lot better, but at the end of the day, I mean we want to be ready for the postseason. We want to be ready for the guys that we're gonna see down the road. So it's a tough stretch.
stretch.
We're gonna have to show as long as we can stay healthy, I think we can be competitive in all of them.
I want to talk about, you talked about too, getting ready for the postseason. I'm from Houston. Everybody don't make the postseason down
Right.
there. Do you like that balance of no matter what you did in the regular season? Now, seeding is important.
Yeah.
But do you like that of everybody can make the playoffs and hey?
Yeah, I like it because it's just like, anything can happen. I like that like March Madness feel. You know what I'm saying? I go back to a couple years ago. I think it was 4 years ago maybe. We were seated low and we played Parkview at Willard. This was the year before we won the district championship. I think we were like the 5th seed and we were playing the 2 seed or the 1 seed. We were playing Parkview. And we scared them. Like we were down big in the first half and came back. I think we tied it at one point and they ended up beating us. And so you don't get like that upset factor, I feel a lot, if you don't allow everyone to get in the postseason. And so I really like that part about, Missouri.
That's what's up.
No,
Stay
that's
what you
good.
have.
as far as, and you mentioned about it, as far as like the competition in the area, you said about with the scheduling as well. What is your overall, as far as like your overall view of Southwest Missouri basketball going into this season, especially on the boys side? Like man, like what are you thinking about? Like how competitive is it? Is there any other like maybe like where you look? What's up? Go ahead. Say
We
it.
so connected because I was finna go to that too.
Say it. Go ahead. Say it.
No,
Say
that's
it too.
that's exactly what I was gonna
Yeah,
say.
talk to
Ask.
us about it.
How do you
What's the
feel about the
competition?
Southwest Missouri area as a whole?
You
this
know,
year?
I think that you have like the best team in the area right now that's, kind of top dog is Rogersville.
Okay.
Okay.
They have a lot of guys. They have size. They have shooting ability. They have speed. The matchup's hard to go against.
Yes.
One thing that makes the matchup so hard to go against is,
talk.
well, just to be honest with you, you don't go against it all year, and then you have 2 days to get ready for it before you play them. Mm-hmm. Like that's one of the hard. Now I'm not saying like if we had a whole month to get ready for the matchup, we'd beat them because I don't know if that's the case. But when you only have 2 days to get ready for it, it's tough to go against. Then you have the Kickapoos who are really good, but I really think like overall, like it's competitive. I don't really see like outside of maybe Rogersville or like you don't have that like just juggernaut.
No.
You know what I'm saying? And so I think that makes it real competitive. I think we have a great group of good players in Southwest Missouri too. I mean, I think it's pretty level, and I think like just about anything can happen, even to the Rogers and the Kickapoos. I mean, they could lose at any point as well, and I think there's a lot of parity when it comes to Southwest Missouri right now.
Yes.
Have you ever had a season? To hear you say you might surprise people is funny a little bit. I'm not gonna lie, because I think people see Hillcrest as a top runner this year.
Yeah.
Have you ever felt a season? Have you ever went into a season felt like the target is on y'all back a little bit, or y'all always been a hunter?
Feel like we've always kind of been the underdog.
Yeah.
I just feel like that's just kind of how people classify us, and I prefer that. I like that a lot better.
Like overlook us. That's fine.
Yeah, overlook us. That's absolutely okay. I mean, we kind of just stay to ourselves north of Kearney and, just kind of do what we do. You know what I'm saying? So, I like being an underdog. I do.
Man, I got a question because I know Toe is. I know you talked about this since you just mentioned this. I think it's a great segue to go into this. You talked about being on the north side of town, and then a few years back when you first started your career, you're on the south side of town with the kids. What is the difference with coaching south side and north side? Because we've talked about that a few times.
Yeah. Well, you always think that, and it's not this case for every kid, but when you go to the south side of Springfield to the Nixas to this side, there's a lot of haves.
Yeah.
A lot of haves.
Yes,
a lot of kids are well off. A lot of kids can do a bunch of stuff. Then you go to North Springfield, and it's not always the case. And you have kids coming from different family dynamics than they would in South Springfield, and that's just part of life.
Yeah.
And so they both have their challenges. Like, don't get it twisted like one is easier than the other, because they both. Mitch has just as many challenges as I have. Now, they may be different than mine.
Yeah.
But at the same time, I mean, we both have our challenges. Every school does. But yeah, the dynamic's different as far as the type of kids you deal with. Their families, just kind of the family dynamics. But yeah.
Yeah, I agree.
I want to go into some more questions connected with AAU and high school basketball, but I want to ask you this. Can you kind of explain to me what your offensive philosophy is? I kind of feel like it's I want to say it's heavy pick and roll DH game, but I try to kind of I'm a football guy in a basketball world. I try to be as knowledgeable as I can. So can you kind of break down your offensive mindset?
Well, it's called Motion. Okay. I mean, I'm a product of Evangel University and Steve Jenkins. I mean, that's bottom line what it is. Motion is kind of like a read and react offense where I'm going to screen from my man to get him open, and it's that guy's responsibility to read his defender and get open from there.
Okay.
Now, that might turn into pick and roll stuff. That might turn into give and go, some get action, whatever you want to call it. But it's really giving freedom to the players to kind of make their own decisions and make their own reads. And the thing about Motion that I've always enjoyed, I think it makes kids better basketball players.
For sure.
Because they're not like drilled into this type of, you're going to do this over and over and over and over. Like, it's just free flowing, and it gives my guys an opportunity to kind of showcase their talents.
Well,
That's why I think someone like Kyrie is so good in it.
For sure.
That's what I did too. Go ahead.
Because he's gotten so much better over these last 3 years of playing off the ball. He's so good with the ball, and he's really developed in being a good player off the ball too, where he can read screens and get himself open. And a lot of my guys have become better basketball players just because I force them, to read screens and not be robots.
Well, and that's what I was gonna get to. I was gonna say, when he asked about your offensive philosophy and stuff. And one of the things that popped in my head is like, I know for a fact because I'm cool with you. Like, I know you run motion, but I love the fact that like within your style, because I know every coach runs a different type of motion, but within your style of the motion system of your philosophy, what I start to see is like I see your playmakers still find a way to get the ball, and you're able. Like, I love the fact that you're such a coach friendly player coach in the aspect of your players, they still get a chance to get the ball and go. Like, I can think of names like, obviously we think of Kyrie's, but even before that, you look at another guard you had with AK. You look at Krishan Haggard. A lot of people don't even know about Krishan.
People forget about Krishan, how much of a dog he was, man.
Right?
Like, his senior year, I mean, he averaged like 24. I mean, he could do everything.
See?
He could go. He was physical, could shoot it. Yeah, people forget about Krishan because that was Anton Brookshire's senior year, and so he kind of got overlooked whenever, you know, Krishan's numbers were up there as well. We weren't quite winning as many games, but their numbers were pretty close. Which is crazy to think about.
And even you look at another player you had in your program, and he wasn't a guard like those guys, but you look at Cole Griezmann, he's more of a 3-4 wing slasher.
Cole's my guy, man.
I love Cole.
I just love the fact that like every player that's been in your program, that's been like, you can tell like they're probably like your guy in a program. Like, hey, like he's gonna be one of the top players. Like you always find a way where the offense is manipulated to where they have the ball in their hands. At some point, we're able to make a decision, and I just think like that's really cool in the aspect of like, if you're a player around in this area and you know you want to be developed the right way, like they didn't have the, like you said, they don't have the ball in their hand as much, but also you still give them the freedom of when they do get the ball, they're able to make a play for themselves and go. Like, do you like, is there like you scheme that into there where they kind of get it, or you just teach them in practices and just drill it into them like, hey, look, you're gonna be able to get this catch and shoot off a closeout the same way you can get it off of handling and having the ball in your hand?
I kind of just teach them like you gotta be a basketball player. So if I'm coming off a screen and my guy's late, you're ripping baseline, right? If I'm reading the screen correctly, you know, I'm pulling up to shoot a jump shot, and I just kind of try to give them that confidence that like, you guys are good basketball players. And I've been really blessed to have some good players in my program, and I've been blessed to have them to trust me to, you know, help them become better basketball players. But yeah, we drilled in practice. I just try to give them confidence, give them reads to make, and just let them do the hard work.
And I don't want to forget another name too, but I know Tanner Jones was another one.
Tanner Hicks.
Tanner Hicks was another one that you had. I'm like, man, that dude, like you, this in your system, you just have these guards that could just go.
Monty was there when you coached?
Monty's at Glendale.
He was at
he was at Glendale.
he was at
I'm
Glendale.
tripping. I'm tripping. Wrong blue.
Yes, but
My bad.
no, man. But dude, that was something I definitely wanted to talk with you about this, because I just respect the fact that like, man, like if a player is going to Hillcrest, I think like they should already expect and know that, man, like I'm gonna get developed the right way to play. I'm also gonna be able to have some freedom to make decisions as well.
I try to be the coach that I wanted to be, that I wanted to have growing up. That makes sense.
That's right.
I remember, you know, I played for my dad up until probably about third grade. And then I played for a coach that I didn't have a very good experience with. But then my two favorite coaches, and I don't know if they listen, Anthony Moore, okay, from Evangel. His kids go to Raj now. Preston Ingram.
That's what's up.
They coached me for 2 years, and that was like the most fun I've ever had. Playing basketball, and they taught me so many things just in that short time, because they were young at that point. Like they weren't grown like they are now, and but those were two of my favorite coaches. But I just want to be the coach that I wanted whenever you know, I was in high school.
That's real. I figured it was the motion, because I feel like I don't see you call a lot of sets. So that makes sense. It is truly.
And kind of piggyback off that. So I feel like, you know, we have sets to get guys shots, but sets can get scouted.
I got you.
And so I always have the philosophy of, if we run motion, they can't scout us.
Got you.
And so that's kind of where I'm at.
The defense always wrong.
They should be.
They taking away something. They taking away something. They giving us something else. Right.
And that's kind of the best part of motion. You know, I'm all for sets. I mean, they're important if you want to get your guys shots. But in the grand scheme of things, I mean, if you can run motion, they can't scout you.
So. Coach Capel at Evangel, big motion guy.
Yeah.
My question I have for them, and I really like to ask a lot of these coaches around the area, he's in a luxury. He can recruit guys that he know can play inside of a motion.
Yeah.
Has it ever been a year, or it may not even be a year, maybe it hasn't happened, but you get a group that it's really tough for them. Do you try to mold something different for them, or they just got to catch up to the standard?
You know, there was one, I think there was 2 years I got away from motion, and we were not very good those 2 years.
Really?
So I think that I've been blessed enough, and I feel like I'm a good enough teacher of motion that I can get kids to understand. And I think once they understand, like, you can just kind of play freely and just play basketball.
Yes.
And you can just do your thing within this system. I think they buy into it.
Gotcha.
And I think that's kind of the appeal of motion. So to answer your question, I mean, I don't see us going away from it. We tried some stuff this summer, and I just didn't like it. And I'm just comfortable with motion.
Gotcha.
Like, I feel like I really understand it because I ran it in college, and I'm just I feel like I'm knowledgeable when it comes to it. And I just feel like I can get our guys, no matter who we have, I can plug them into those spots.
Got you. Go ahead, Sam.
And I was gonna say, just even to piggyback, even talk about the motion. I know, even for me being under, I know we're under that same coaching tree as far as with Coach Jay, and I really feel as if, like, God bless his soul, I feel as if Coach Jay taught us, like, the right way to break it down, like 3-on-3 ball side motion, and then working on the weak side, setting screens and stuff like that. So I feel as if, like, we've been taught that correct way on, like, man, I agree with you. What you say is like, no, man, if you're a good teacher of the game, you can help your players adapt to whatever they can within the motion. Where there's some schools, there's some players, or some coaches, they can run more of a ball screen motion because they have some guys that can run ball screen and run pick and pop. There's some coaches who run a motion where it's like you can pass it and screen away. There's so many different ways you can teach the motion. You just don't have to get set in just one box of it from right there.
Absolutely. Yeah, there's a lot of ways to do it, and there's a lot of good ways to do it. I mean, the way we do it is not the end all be all. It's just what I feel comfortable coaching and teaching.
Yeah. What's the makeup of a Hillcrest Hornet? What do you?
That's a good question.
What are guys when they come in? Like, I'm thinking like a Kyvon, right? Come in new to the program. What you expect them to be once he's leaving Hillcrest?
You know, if like in a perfect world, someone just kind of described him as a dog, like he's gonna fight, he's gonna be gritty, he's gonna be tough, he's gonna get on the floor, he's gonna play great defense. That's what I would hope.
Okay.
And also it'd be a high IQ basketball player.
Got you.
You know, someone who can read screens, make the right pass, make the right play. But really just a dog. That's what I would hope.
Yeah, I love that. Question for you, more on the, like, AAU side.
Yeah.
Well,
Okay.
This is more recruitment.
Yeah.
I've heard before, and I kind of take it. I don't like to hear this, but every situation is different. I've heard it's not the high school coach's job to get a player recruited. How do you feel about that?
I think that's incorrect. I feel like if someone asks me, I will email any coach, try to contact any coach. I mean, let's say Kyrie's asked me to contact someone. Let me get to work. I mean, Now, again, you know, I can exhaust my contacts. Like, I can call Preston Ingram. I can call Bird. Like, I have some contacts, but I am limited when it comes to, sometimes AAU coaches have more connections. And so, no, absolutely. If any kid asks me, I will message, call, go see them, do whatever I need to do to help them get recruited. Because it's hard, man, for a high school kid right now.
Yeah. In the SPS world, where I don't know if you know, I coach at football at Central.
Okay.
So we kind of can understand of you have to somewhat recruit kids in your area.
Oh, yeah.
How do you feel about that side of it, and are you okay with possibly in the future open enrollment?
Well, I mean, as a freshman, you know, kids can go wherever they want in Springfield, so it's already kind of there. You know, I feel like I've been very successful with keeping people in my feeder pattern at Hillcrest.
Okay.
And I feel like I've been pretty good at that, and that just comes from I've been to a lot of middle school practices.
That's what's up.
I think I went and watched Kyrie's play every home basketball game when he was in middle school.
That's right.
I went to, you know, a lot of games at the middle school level, and I think a lot of it has to do with just getting to know those kids, and that's kind of the recruitment process. But I think Springfield coaches do a great job of staying in their feeder patterns.
Okay.
I really do think so. Like, I trust all the guys in Springfield. I don't think there's one who's like trying to poach. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
I really
I know
do
what you
feel
mean.
that way. Like, I feel like, you know, Jordan, Brian, Mitch, and Jack are all respectable guys, and I feel like we all kind of try and stay away. And if we have someone, you know, who might be coming over from a different, we always talk to each other about it. And so, I mean, I have a good relationship with the other 4 high school coaches in Springfield. But yeah, recruitment's a real thing when it comes to 7th and 8th graders. I mean, I was just on a couple 8th graders at PV when I saw them the other day.
Yeah.
You know, send out some recruitment letters to them.
That's
so I mean, that's something I've been doing for 4 years now.
Okay.
Wow.
I send recruitment letters to
Do you
8th
think the
graders.
game could get nasty a little bit if they truly open it up all the way? Like you can go get a kid from Bolivar, you can go get a kid from Willard.
It could,
Yeah.
but it's just a trickle down effect, man. You know, it's like if you're doing it at the college level, it's only probably a matter of time.
It's only a matter of time.
It's only a matter of time, and so you got to adjust to it. And I think as a coach, like I have to figure out if that's something I want to deal with.
I got you.
You know what I mean, and
Yeah.
then reassess it from there. Because
Yeah.
I didn't want to be a college coach, boys. Like
I
I
hear
don't
you.
want to be a college coach.
Yeah.
I do not want to be one. I just
Yeah.
want to be a high school coach. And when the high school game turns more into like that college recruitment process, I don't know, man. It maybe time for Jay Field to hang it up.
Is it a part of the recruitment style of college or like the traveling side? Like you got to get out the house.
Yeah,
and
that's
so-
why I didn't want to. I wanted to be home around my family. So
got you.
that's why I not that I have the resume to be a college coach in any way, shape, or form, but I want to be home around my family.
I got you.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But I got a question because I'm wearing a shirt says no cap.
Okay.
All right, so got a new segment here I want to ask and see
Yeah.
if you think this is cap or not. All right. So here it is, and I hear this a lot, and I know we've talked about this. We've talked about this as well. Is this a cap statement or this is a fact statement? All right, here it is. Southwest Missouri high school basketball coaches are the top coaches in the state.
Oh, absolutely. No doubt in my
no
mind.
cap.
That was quick. No
doubt in my
cap.
mind.
Okay.
No, there's no doubt in my mind.
No cap.
No,
Wow.
no doubt.
Can you expound on it? Can you give me some reasons why? Because I mean, and no offense to the coaches in every other
Yeah.
area in the state, like I really believe like there's some like obviously outside our area, you have Staley, you have Coach Neff out there
Yeah.
in Staley, out in
They're coming to Nick's this year, by the way.
They are.
Nick's
Oh,
Invitational
wow.
Tournament.
Oh,
Yes.
wow. They come
Oh,
to
yeah.
NIT?
Oh, yeah.
Wow.
Yes, that's gonna be good. And obviously, we have coaches.
I know
out
Brock's
in,
gonna make us play him probably.
You played
anyway.
the NIT.
Yeah, right. Yeah.
You in the NIT?
Yeah, we're in the
Yeah,
NIT.
you
Yeah, I'm about
always
to say,
in the
yeah,
NIT.
they're always in there.
Yeah, it's a good tournament.
And I know there's no disrespect to none of the coaches in the other area. I know obviously in St. Louis, you have I know McKinney now is coaching at Vashon. I
Yeah.
know he's
Alma
done
mater, yeah.
Alma mater. I know he's
Yeah.
done a great job there. And so many coaches around the area. Like, can you expound on why would you say Southwest Missouri is
I think
probably
it's
some of
just,
the better
I mean,
coaches?
I just think it's my familiarity with them. Like, there's just a good group of guys in Southwest Missouri. I mean, I could go to each school. Like, I think someone who does a great job is JJ at Willard. I
Yeah.
think he does an unbelievable job. Just his attitude and how he works with those kids. All the guys in Springfield. Brock Blancy at Nix. John Schaefer at Raj. I mean,
Yeah.
I'm sure I'm missing someone. Jamie at Ozark. I mean,
Yeah.
Tim Brown doesn't get enough love, I don't think. He did such a good job at Fair Grove.
Yeah.
Came over to
and
Republic
they came
and
over to
kept the
Republic.
same standard,
Yeah,
yeah.
like they're winning 20 games every year regardless. You know what I'm saying? And there are
that's
just
facts.
so many good coaches in South Missouri that I know, and that's probably I'm a little biased just to be transparent with you. You know what I mean? So, but we just have some great coaches in this area.
Wow, no, that's good. That's
That's
good,
real.
man.
That's real.
Okay.
How do you balance with kids being able, because like AAU is up there.
Yeah.
Like I like bringing these two worlds together. How do you balance the kid that is able to play a certain way with his AAU team, but may not be able to play a certain way, the same way at Hillcrest?
That's tough, man. I think first thing you gotta do is like you gotta. I've always had a great line of communication with my kids' AAU coaches.
Really? That's okay.
Yeah, so like I have guys that play for DJ Jackson, and
Yeah.
I feel like
Shout out
I can,
DJ, yeah.
I can talk to him if I, if I need to help with a kid, how can I help him? I don't know Anthony Chavies and Dale as well as I would do DJ, so but I feel like I can call or text and reach out to them if I need help. In other words, like Kyrie's plays down for ISO in Arkansas. I don't really know. His coach, but I still feel like comfortable enough where I could reach out and ask, hey, what can I do to help him?
Yeah.
Same with Javen with MPJ. I mean, so I feel like the big thing, number one, you just got to get to know the kid and kind of just get him to buy into what you're doing. And so I've done that before because I feel like with Cole especially, he played one way with his attack or assault team,
Yeah,
and then
yeah.
he had to come with us and play kind of a different brand of basketball where he had the ball in his hands a little bit more. So I think it's just trying to get the kids to buy into what you're trying to do, and it starts with building that relationship
Yeah.
with them.
I got a question. So here we go. So I'm gonna go into like a rivalry side. I want to get your opinion because you're born and raised in Southwest
Yeah.
Missouri, and we talked about rivalries in one of our few episodes. Since you're from out here, and obviously Toe being from Houston, right?
yeah.
Being from Houston, me being from Los Angeles, California, like we've been out here long enough
Yeah.
to know the rivalries, but you've lived these rivalries. So
Dog,
what
yeah.
are like? What would you say the top 3 rivalries out here in basketball that you know that you got to pay attention to?
Ozark Nixa is one.
Backyard brawl. Yep.
The biggest one is probably Kickapoo Nixa.
Okay.
I mean, really, I was, being at Kickapoo 6 years, like I was part of that rivalry a lot, and those gyms were absolutely packed.
Crazy, bro.
Right?
Like I said, I go back and watch some of them games on YouTube. The crowd was just different.
Absolutely packed.
Yeah.
I don't know what year it was. We beat them on Isaac Johnson. I don't know if you know who Isaac Johnson
Yes.
is. He went
He
to
can
play
play.
at Jury, and he's coaching with Ryan Rippey up now at Liberty. I didn't know.
Oh,
if you
go
guys
ahead. I
knew.
didn't know that. Go ahead.
So,
Congrats to him. Man.
but he hit a game winner at Kickapoo, and that place was rocking. This was like a district championship game. I don't know what year it was. But those two, and then let's see if I had to pick another one.
Yeah.
I don't know. I think anytime you go over to Parkview, I love Jack.
Yeah.
Hate Parkview.
It's 2 for 2.
Hey, I
love
love
it.
Jack.
I love it.
I love
and
Jack.
you can agree, it can only be like 100 people in there. It's still gonna be loud.
Yeah.
There's just something about that gym.
Yeah, and I think you
love
get
it.
like that any city game. I mean, the
Yeah.
pit's rocking.
The
I
Pit,
mean,
oh my
yeah,
God.
you know,
I hate the Pit.
me too. So don't worry. I'm glad we play them at home this year. So no, there's a lot of great rivalries. But I'd say Kickapoo Nixa, Ozark Nixa. Those are two of the biggest ones for
Wow.
sure.
Go ahead. That's a
Yeah.
good one.
That's what's up. I wanted to ask a media question. Obviously, media is different than when you played. How do you guess balance that from, because things can get a little chippy on social media.
Yeah.
Do you ignore some of the stuff? Do you see it? Do you read it? Do you use it as bulletin board material for
And
you
wait,
guys?
before you even answer, are you talking about the Barstool accounts that be like on there? They be going at each other
Yeah,
and stuff.
and even stuff like what I even stuff like what I do.
Hey.
Like, you know,
So this was what year was this? I don't know, it's a couple years ago. You ever heard of a high school team scoring 0 points in one quarter?
like they held the ball at half court.
No.
Oh.
They just didn't score.
Oh,
We played Bolivar one year. We were down 24-0 at the end of the first quarter.
what?
And Barstow Bolivar they went in on us.
Oh my!
Oh, it was bad.
What year was this?
Oh boy, it was like before COVID or maybe right after. Oh,
Okay.
it was 0 to
Sheesh.
24. Oh yeah, yeah. It was bad. I don't know if you were around yet, but it was.
I don't know
No,
if I
you
was.
would have known about it.
Was Kyle Polk playing?
Oh yeah,
Then
Kyle
I was
was
here.
there.
I was here.
Okay,
Yeah.
yeah, it was bad. Well, we ended up losing by 20, so I guess that's the
That
positive.
even it out.
Yeah,
Even it
yeah.
out.
But no, they came in. But personally, when the season comes around, I stay off Twitter.
I got you.
Like I don't even
Okay.
get on Twitter.
Yeah.
And
Okay.
just for my mental health.
Yeah, I hear you.
I'll stay on. I'll post game day stuff every once in a while, but. As far as like doom scrolling, no, I stay off of that.
Yeah.
No, and I love the media stuff because it gives a chance to showcase kids, and if they get a mixtape from Toe, they made it. That's what
They
I
made it,
think.
yeah.
I truly, man, that's what I think. I think if
Yeah.
you get a mixtape from Toe, like you made it, like
Yeah.
truly.
Love,
and so
I appreciate
I
that.
do appreciate what you do for the boys because I did not have that when I was playing.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So I appreciate what you and J Bands do for the people and
Appreciate
all the
you.
photographers and videographers out there. I mean, it's a great thing. It's like a double-edged sword. Sometimes it can be great, and other times it can be bad.
Yeah, and that's why I think our area is one. We such a family,
Right.
Like Darling said, don't get it twisted. When I see you on the court, I'm gonna see you.
Right.
We're not running from no smoke.
Yeah.
But I think we do a good job of we not trying to create fake narratives.
Right.
Right. And I think even if somebody was trying to do that, the area gonna stand up and be like, we not doing that. You know, like I hate to even bring this up on the mics, but. Like last year when there was some questions of who was the player of the year in Class 6. The area rose up and was like, dog, we not doing that.
Yeah.
We named the player of the year. Yeah. Don't start painting narratives
Right.
of who should be and who could have been and all that good stuff.
We congratulate them.
We congratulate.
And if you have a dispute on it, I look at it from this standpoint. If you don't think that should have been the player, you still say, hey, congratulations,
Yeah.
he won it. But I also want to highlight maybe some other players that were deserving as well. You don't just call them out and just say, but no, man.
No, you tweeted it yesterday. I don't have to dim somebody else's light to bring mine up.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? It's,
Yeah.
it's 100%.
That's not right. And I think we'll be in space where the time this episode comes out, we can say this. Toe and I, we're gonna be helping out. We're gonna be doing with the blue and gold. We're gonna do some. I think it'll come
yeah,
out right.
yeah,
Oh, so
that's
we
cool.
we can
Yeah,
speak then. It's good. So I don't know if you know this, and we'll let you know this then right now. So we've been blessed to kind of hear behind the scenes of the blue and gold what they're doing this year, and
Yeah.
what we hear is from Osborne. They're having a shot clock this year in the blue and gold.
That's what it's funny. I asked Jackson it this year at Parkview, and I just straight up asked him,
Yeah.
and he said, "Yeah." And I said, "Oh boy, that's great. Now maybe all the small schools get out, so all the city schools can be in there."
Did y'all get a new? Because I saw at Glendale last night they added the shot clock.
Yeah, all
so
Springfield schools.
That's
got
awesome.
It now.
So the Arvis will have it this year.
Yeah.
How do you feel about the shot clock then?
Bring it on, baby.
Bring it on.
Bring it on. I'm ready for it. It doesn't affect us.
Yeah.
I mean, we shoot quick, whether it's a good or bad shot. We let that thing fly. So, like, we time possession sometimes.
Okay.
I mean, it's not. We rarely get to 30 seconds.
I mean,
and a lot of it has to do with players.
That's not of the norm
the
to be like 7 seconds or less in a motion.
Right.
So, but I mean, I feel like y'all moving when y'all get out there.
Yeah.
Kyrie said he pushed the pace.
Yeah, he had one last night. Let's see. I had a kid block a shot. He got down the court in 3 dribbles, pulled up and hit a 3. So, like, you know, if he can get it up quick. Like, when we're shooting it well, like, we have a chance, you know, really, you know, showcase what we can do. But when it comes to the motion side, I mean, when guys are setting screens and reading screens like they're supposed to,
You can
get a
score
shot
pretty
in
early.
10, 15 seconds.
Yeah.
Like, it's not going to be an issue.
Why should a high-level coach take a chance on Kyrie Simpson?
Oh, that's a great question.
Where do I start?
I say take a chance. I know what he can do.
Right.
But some may look outside and say his height. There's no way.
Right. It's where do I start? Work ethic, number one.
Okay.
6 a.m. every morning in the gym. Right? I'm right there with him too. Like I'm opening, like he's getting shots up every morning. And it's not just like shoot the ball, walk to get you around. He's on the gun. He's doing dribble moves. Like he brings people in to work with him. Okay, so that's number one.
Real quick, hold on. Shout out to all the coaches that are opening the gym for these kids
Yeah.
to get in there and get their work in.
Real
Can we get an air horn for that one, man? Shout out to all the coaches doing that. Go ahead, coach.
Yeah.
My fault.
So the work ethic, the leadership aspect. He's our hardest worker. He's picking other guys up. I mean, he's doing the extra legwork to make sure we're successful.
Yes, sir.
Number 3, he can pick up full court and guard if he has to.
Thank you.
Now, we are in a situation at Hillcrest where we can't necessarily afford that because we can't have him get in foul trouble.
I got you.
Right? So it's not something that we can necessarily
Implement all
the time. There's times where we do that. And number 4, I think one thing, you know, he's so good with the ball that we have him score a lot of points. He's a great distributor as well.
Okay.
Like he can run that true point guard spot for anyone.
Yeah.
I mean, here's the thing. You got to look past his height because there's so much more there. You know, when you think of dog, it's him.
That's what's
right.
up.
And I would have him go against anyone. I really would. I mean, that's my guy.
That's real. That's real.
I got one last one. You know, I'm gonna ask you.
Was
Want to go
it
before
1:30, Coach? You had to get back.
Yeah, we got time.
Okay.
We got time.
Got
So
about 10, 15 minutes.
Okay, good. I still got my question. You know what I'm going to ask,
Yeah.
and I want to see see if you answer this one, which I think you probably will. Top 5 players, Southwest Missouri. Now, what I heard earlier in the season, earlier in the podcast, people were saying I couldn't add Ethan Brown because Rollo was too far. But then we just talked with D-Jack. D-Jack says that since they play out in this area a lot.
Ethan Brown's pretty good.
Oh, he's he's pretty good.
Yeah.
Yes.
And like I said, I seen him at Glendale's Jamboree last night. To feel comfortable to come down here for a Jamboree, you kind of see yourself as this area.
Right.
Yeah. So,
Yeah.
who would you say your top 5?
Well,
and you can obviously.
This is gonna be controversial.
Okay.
Okay.
Kyrie Simpson, number 1.
Oh, you named them 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5.
Yeah.
I like
never
it.
mind. Wait, I'll just rubber stamp that. I work with him every day, so I'm gonna say it.
Stamp that one.
I'm
Yes.
gonna say it.
Okay, I like it.
That may be controversial, but I'm number 1.
He's your guy.
He's my
your
guy.
player, yeah.
Okay.
I heard that.
Let's see, Chase Branham.
Okay.
Okay,
Yes.
I mean, I'm so impressed with his work ethic as too. I know it's
for
on
sure.
social media a lot, and so he's a great kid too.
Yes.
like he really
Yes.
is. He's a hard worker, and I'm very happy for all his success. I really am.
Amen to that, yes.
We got to experience another one last night. Reese Kimry.
Nice.
I mean, he is can't stay in front of him. He can shoot it.
Yeah.
Great passer.
Controls the pace, too.
Moves with unbelievable amount of pace and just how he does it. Let's see. I'm sure I'm gonna forget someone.
This is 3, so
That
really?
was
I got
that
it.
was that
That's
was
three.
3.
Yeah.
We'll go Ethan Brown 4.
EB 4.
Ethan,
Okay.
I mean, we have on our program we call it the Ethan Brown rule.
Really?
Yeah. Here's what it is. Okay. So when he drives, you have to stun at him on the 3-point line so he picks it up early, so he
Okay.
can't get too deep.
Gotcha.
I love the X's
So
and
we
O's.
call
Give
it the
to me.
Ethan
Yes.
Brown rule. So anytime we play a guard who's that good, we just say Ethan Brown rule. That way, when he's shooting floaters, he's shooting them from the elbow and not from the block.
Okay.
So, Jordan rules, Ethan Brown rules.
Got you.
I guess I'm putting him in that same space.
I like it. I like it. That's
big
great
ups.
X's and O's.
That's big ups.
Let's see. Who am I? I'm sure there's someone I'm missing, man.
That fifth one get tough.
That fifth one get tough, but I'm going to go with another one of my guys. Javen Jones.
Come on, let's do it.
Hey, it's coming. Let's talk about it.
Let's do it, man.
I love
Let's
you
do
picking
it,
up your
man.
guys. I love
Let's
it.
do
Man.
it.
Why Javen? Give us the reasons.
I think
I like it.
He's really last night in our jamboree he didn't shoot it well,
Mm-hmm.
but his shot he's worked really hard. We worked on some mechanics, and I think he's really been working on his shot. So
You talked about that too. Yeah.
I
Can he
think
knock down that
that
shot?
he's just got to stay consistent with it. He didn't shoot well last night, but he did a lot. The way he affects winning is unbelievable.
Yeah.
I think maybe last night he had. I can think of like maybe 6 points. One was his putback dunk on someone. He had a layup, but the amount of shots he blocked, and the amount of rebounds he had, and the amount of attention he draws on the O board is unbelievable.
Yeah.
That it goes outside the stat sheet.
Yeah.
And so, he's just a game changer. He truly is.
I can't wait to see it. Does he have the luxury to eventually? I don't know if he has it now. Does he have the luxury to get aboard and push the pace himself?
Yes, he does. He did it last night a little bit.
Okay.
Now he still looks for Kyrie's or another guard, but he
Nothing wrong with
has
that, yeah.
the freedom to go if he wants, as long as and, that's another motion thing. Like if you have the ball and you feel comfortable, I'm gonna give you that confidence to go do
I
it.
love it,
Now-
Coach. I love
Facts.
it.
Now, if it gets ugly, I'm gonna tell you about it.
Hey, big
But
Big fella.
I'm gonna give him one of these. I'm gonna give him one of these. But
we have a guard that can do that for you.
yeah. So, but he's working on it.
That's what's up.
He really is, and he's had a good fall and a good first part of the season. And I'm sure I'm forgetting someone on the top 5 list, but why
No,
not
this
go?
is your
Why not
top
go with
five.
my own 2 guys? You know what I'm saying?
I'm not mad at that. Hey, let me ask you this. Actually, this is my last question though, for real. What can we expect this season when we walk into a gym and we see Hillcrest play? Because I think that's going to be key. Because we talked about it before you got here. When I release my list for the preseason list and whatever, I have you guys pretty up there, and I think that you guys are going to be a lot more experienced than what you were last year. Like, what are we expecting when we see Hillcrest play this year?
Yeah, that's why I told her. I think the target's on y'all back this year. I mean, I don't know if we putting it on there, but yeah.
I always tell our guys, my message last night was, what are people going to say about us when we leave tonight?
That's real.
Like, that's kind of like, that's what I want people, like, are they going to say good things? Are they going to say, man, they guarded, man, they played hard? Are they going to say, man, they're lazy, man, they don't share the ball, maybe they're not good teammates? And so my message to my guys is just like, what do you want people to say about us?
Yeah.
Right? And so I think if we get them to say what we want as, we guard hard, we're the first to the floor every time, we play hard, we're doing we share the ball, we're great teammates, the results will take care of themselves because we have guys that can do some really good things.
Yeah. And I think that's the difference this year between being, possibly 500 to being above that 20-win team this year. It's like you said, I hear it already, working on defense for 2 weeks.
Yeah.
We know y'all going to score the ball at the elite level this year.
Right.
Probably.
That's what I tell our guys.
Yeah.
Like, I'm not worried about offense. We have, we're always going to be in a game with Kyrie's regardless because, he can give you 30 any night. You know what I'm saying? And we're going to experience a lot of teams are going to double him this year.
Yeah.
Jack
mentioned that on one of the pods where they said that he tries everything to try to stop him.
Rest in peace, Amari Amari. It's similar to that where you got to throw people at him, and now it's those other guys on our team stepping up and making plays. That's what it is. So yeah, offensively, I'm more worried about, are we going to be able to guard anyone? And if we can guard people, we'll be competitive. We'll have a chance in almost every game.
Yeah.
But if we don't, it won't be pretty.
I like it. Anything else you got to?
Man,
I love it.
I want to say too, thank you so much for allowing me to come through in the summer.
Oh, for sure.
I know
man.
that's a vulnerable space.
Yeah.
And I know it's a kudos to like me doing the right stuff in the media space. That because even like the Lebanon coach, I'm sure he didn't know who I was much.
Yeah.
But I'm sure he can come to you and be like, hey, why is that guy here? Oh
Yeah.
no, Big Toe good.
Yeah.
I promise you, he ain't gonna be out here pushing no narratives or stuff like
Right.
that. And that's what I wanna. I pride myself on making sure, like, yeah, we gonna big up some kids, but we not
Yeah.
gonna. I'm never gonna try to tear somebody down.
Right.
Based
Amen.
off, you know what I'm saying? I love that. So I thank you, Coach. I appreciate
Well,
you.
yeah,
doing
you're
that.
welcome. And you know, it's for the kids because I know,
Yeah.
like I said, if you get a mixtape from Toe, you made it. I mean, that's a true
Yes.
statement. No, and I know you're gonna do the right thing. Right? You're gonna do right by the kids, and
I
that's what's
appreciate it.
important.
Yeah, and that's what that's when I saw Javen. I'm like, dog, who is this? And then it clicked the put back at the blue and gold.
Yeah.
It clicked in, but I was like, man, this kid is from
you call-
sophomore year.
And that's the crazy thing. Thank you for letting him get the insight too as well, because when you gave him the insight to go in there, he immediately called me and said, "Yo, Stan, man, this kid can go." He
Quick
was like,
story about Javen. So his freshman year, 'cause, you know, he's the same age as Kyrie. He
sure.
played
Wow.
on the freshman team
Okay.
until probably after Christmas. Then he played on the JV team till right before districts, and then he was on district roster and played district game. Isn't that crazy?
Man,
Worked his just
Just
kept
worked
working.
his way up, man.
Yeah.
And
I
he
love
beat
that,
past other
man.
guys, and you know he's only been playing basketball. You know, I think you guys
8th grade, right?
Yeah,
that's what mom told me.
seriously.
Yeah,
And
that's
he's
crazy.
got. I mean, he's getting coordinated. Like he's got. Let's be transparent. Like he's got a long way to go
For sure.
Yeah.
before he's like really really big. But he's on the right track
That
to get
ceiling.
there.
Yeah,
yeah.
Yes.
But yeah, other than that, Coach, we appreciate you
Yes,
stopping
man.
by.
Thank
man,
you,
the
man.
man. Best luck this year.
Yeah, I appreciate you
Do your
guys, man.
thing,
Appreciate
man.
what you're doing for us
Yeah, man.
and for Southwest Missouri, man.
Thank you so much.
Yes,
appreciate
man.
you.
Y'all know it.
Appreciate you.
Hey, Stay the Course podcast. Stanley,
It's your boy Big Toe.
man, God's work, not mine. Hey, hard work, the only thing that work. We out.
Yes, sir. See y'all next time.
Man, that was a good episode, man.
Appreciate y'all, man.
Dude, that was a good